Uh-oh. Hello, everybody. I messed up my mic. Hello, everyone. If you're watching this on the replay, oh man. If you're watching this on the replay, just type hashtag replay in the comments. It's gonna let me know you're watching this on the replay. Okay. All right. Hold on. Having a little malfunction here. User error. It's all me. It's all me. It's all me. All right. Here we go. All right. Welcome, everybody. I'm having a slight little thing going on here today. What is happening? If you're watching a replay, again, type hashtag replay in the comments. It's going to let me know you're watching this on the replay. I have to go to my Facebook page really quickly because I always have issues with my live streams. For whatever reason, it always shows, like, it always locks my live streams. So I have to make sure that um, I unlock it so that way Facebook page and I can actually see the live stream. Okay. All right. 1 second. And it looks a little unclear for me. Let me see. It looks really fuzzy on TikTok and on Facebook. So I am going to do something really quick. Let me see here. Where are we? All right. I'm trying to share this in my Facebook story. Yeah, you caught me live. What's up, Latoya? All right. So we are fuzzy in some different places. I want to see why we are fuzzy. So give me just 1 second. Welcome, everybody. So my screen's going to cover it for a second because I'm going to wipe my camera and see if that's the reason. All right. So let's just see if that was the reason. All right. Let's see. Oh, that made it a little clear. Okay. All right. I think that was the reason. All right. Yeah, I think that was it. Ooh, I look a little greasy, though. I got some paper around here. I got some paper around here. I never think that I actually touch my camera because it's like my desktop, but obviously I do. And I'm about to like use some paper on my face because I don't have any tissue in here. All right, hold on. This is live, and this is what happens when you go live. So it is what it is. Okay, this just goes to show that nothing has to be perfect in order for it to be great. So there you have it. All right. So welcome, everybody. If you guys are here, say hello. Oh, thanks, Dr. Janelle. So I could tell it was off because I was like, oh, it doesn't normally look like this. All right, so let me go ahead and get Instagram set up really quick because I go live on Instagram from my phone. And so we have to make sure we get that all set up. And then we're going to get started. We're going to talk about monetizing your social media accounts. Okay. So first things first, we do this every single time. You guys come in, tell me what your name is, what city, state, or country you are watching me from. I don't know why I decided to do this now that I'm actually live, but it is what it is. But you guys do me a favor. Go ahead and tell me. Thank you so much, Charmel. Yeah, it was not clear. I was like, no, this isn't clear. This doesn't look like it's supposed to look. But welcome, everybody. Today, we're talking about monetizing social media. And I noticed that my button was undone after I went live. It's been undone all day. But for whatever reason, I decided this is the moment to make it, to button it up. But it is what it is. Hey, Marlene. Wow, I haven't seen Marlene in like 11 years or so when I was in Richmond. Behind Marlene, I see Tampa, Florida. Okay, we got this. We got this. This button is fighting for its life. It ain't happening. All right. So welcome, everybody. We are here today. We're talking about monetizing social media. And the first things first is I want you guys to tell me what is it you do, or like, this is what you're doing on social media and you want to figure out how to make money from it, right? Or here's what you have in your head and you want to make money from it, okay? Because you are going to get the most out of today's conversation if you tell me what's going on, okay? Is this event still happening tonight? Cortrail, which event are you referring to? I'm curious, which event are you referring to? Hey, down south here in YouTube. What's up, YouTube? Glad you guys are here. Okay, so welcome, everybody. Y'all tell me what is it that you have in your head that you want to do, that you want to make money from? You tell me, because the more you tell me, the more you're going to get out of today's conversation, okay? So y'all tell me, all right? Please. Okay, I want to act about my maternity life was fun. Okay, all right, and you want to make money with that, okay? Okay, perfect. All right, Cortrail, got it. Okay. All right, let me see. I'm putting some on the screen. Let me see, because I want to invite you guys to our challenge, but I forgot to write this down here in the chat because I've been busy. All right, everybody else, tell me what is it you want to do online to be able to make money? Because I can teach from general standpoint, but if you talk to me, then I can talk specific, and I can talk in more specifics, okay? So a fasting booklet for beginners, okay? Gotcha. Anybody else want to tell me? Because today's conversation is monetizing your social media. Okay. Today's conversation is monetizing your social media. And you are going to get the most out of this conversation if you tell me what's going on with you, what it is that you want to be able to make money from. Okay. So for me, I am someone that teaches business owners how to make money online, right? So I teach you how to build your strategic marketing funnel and then market using short video. Okay. And so because I've always known who I am in terms of like a business person, the way that I think, spent years and years and years and years and years doing all this stuff, I decided to monetize all of my experience. And because I had given many, many years to work at a job, which was fine, but I really wanted to build something myself, right? And so because of that, I decided that I was going to monetize my experience, my knowledge, and that's how I wanted to make money. And then I had to use that on social media, okay? Charmel says, to attract business partners and clients for my travel business. Okay. TikTok. Okay. Pretty much what you just said. Okay. Perfect. In the process of YouTube, just got back on TikTok. Okay. Perfect. All right. So let's go ahead and get into it. Oh, wait. How about attracting qualified leads through content creation? Awesome. Okay. So when it comes to being able to monetize your social media, sorry, my cats are doing a lot of things. But when it comes to being able to monetize your social media, one of the first things you have to do or understand is you have to get clear. Okay. I know that sounds simple, right? But you have to get very clear on where you're going, right? Now, a lot of times, and y'all know I talk in visuals, a lot of times people say, all right, I got this idea. Now I'm gonna go on Facebook. Now I'm gonna go on TikTok. I'm gonna go on Instagram, and I'm gonna start talking about this idea, right? But the thing is that here is your idea, and here is like fruition, right? Here is the ending, right? There's all this space in between, right? So before you are able to take this idea and make money from it, you've got to kind of think through a little bit more, okay? So, for example, Sister Carrie says that she wants to create a fasting booklet for beginners, meaning that, oh my God, Eddie, did you poop? Are you in here? I think my cat just pooped. It smells terrible. The cat box is like in the bathroom over there. Oh my God, this is live. And it's like, I want to close the door, but eventually I'm not gonna smell it anymore. Like, any of y'all got cats? Y'all know like they poop in a box, and so they used to poop the cute poop, whatever. So, but normally he is like sitting here, sitting down, but he is like, I'm gonna do this right now while you are alive. Terrible. Anyway, all right, here we go. Let's keep going. So she said that she wants to create a fasting booklet for beginners. And so what that means is that she is saying that she wants to teach people that are brand new to fasting how to fast, right? Okay. So what that means is that Sister Carrie has got to go, okay, where am I going with this, right? So were you sending that one back? Okay, I got all this stuff going on in my messaging, whatever. So listen, what this means is that you have got to, the Sister Carrie has got to identify, like, is she just trying to do one thing and just offer one thing? Or is Sister Carrie trying to make a business out of this? Right? So is she just trying to create a booklet and just do this one thing? Or is she trying to make a business out of this, a ministry out of this, where she's not just making money one time, but where she's able to generate revenue on a regular basis? Okay. So I'll give you an example. So I have a ministry which is called You, Me, and Jesus, right? And for You, Me, and Jesus, I have a podcast and all the things or whatever, right? But before I started trying to sell anything, I had this process where I was just like, I'm just trying to share my relationship with Jesus with people, right? That's all that I wanted to do because that's all I heard God tell me to do years ago, right? And so that was all I was doing. And so I wasn't trying to monetize it. I was just trying to share. And so then what started happening over the years is people started saying, can you mentor me? Can you teach me how to hear God? Can you help me with my gifts and A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and all this stuff, right? And then the people who knew that I am a business consultant and teach people how to make money online, but also know Jesus, right? And able to hear God speak, and I prophesy to people and all that type of stuff, people that knew all of that, they would book calls with me and have their regular consulting call. And at the end of the call, they would ask me to pray for them and say, if you hear God say anything, share it with me, right? And so then I started doing that. And so years later, God started having me do something that's called prophetic consulting, but I call it creative consulting, right? Because prophetic, people in church know what prophetic means. People not outside of church don't understand it. And I like to do things that are basic for everybody to understand, okay? So if you're just joining, we are talking about monetizing your social media. Okay. So once I started going down this journey, I started asking myself this question: how do I really want to be able to monetize this? I'm just serving. I don't just want to sell anything, right? And so I started this process of asking myself and asking Christians, what do they struggle with? What do they need? Right. And so I'm talking about me, and I'm helping Sister Carrie with hers. But I really want you, as you're listening and watching me, think about your own self and put your thing in the mix of this conversation. Okay. So I started asking myself these different questions. Hey, Tamara, or whatever. And what started to happen was I was like, okay, if I am going to do this and I'm going to make a real ministry out of it, I'm going to make a real business out of it, right? Then I got to see, where is this going, right? I'm like, where is this going? So that's what I was saying to you. Here is this idea that you have and you want to make money, but you've got to look at the in between. There's in between what you want to do and then making money. So you got to kind of try to think through as much as possible. Doesn't mean it's all going to be perfect, final, or whatever. It's just getting clear. Okay. So I kept asking myself this question: where would I want to take you, me, and Jesus? And I said, okay, if it was a perfect world, what would I want to do? I would want to have conferences, right? But not your traditional, listen. I have a podcast coming out on the You, Me, and Jesus podcast where I talk about how much I hate going to conferences. Oh my God. Hate going to conferences. And the reason is because most times you go to conferences and they hype you up. And I'm like, I didn't pay for a flight, hotel, food, ticket to this event for you to hype me up. I can go and listen to ET on YouTube and get hyped for free. I don't want to be hyped at a conference. I want practical, applicable things I can do right now, tonight, tomorrow, next year. That's me. If you agree with me, just say I agree in the chat, right? And so I said, okay, I want to host conferences. And if I host conferences, what do I want to have happen at these conferences? One, I want people to get prayed for. Two, I want people to get prophesied to, right? Three, I want people actually super quiet at many times during this conference. And we are like, God, speak. God, talk to them. I'm not like, God, speak. I'm not like that. But like, God, everybody's going to sit there and we'll do an exercise. And the exercise is teaching people how to hear God for themselves, right? And I was like, and that is what I would want to do at a conference, my conference, right? So because I said to myself, here is you, me, and Jesus. Here's where I want to take you, me, and Jesus. In between, I got to go, okay, I can't just one day up and decide I'm going to have conferences. Don't nobody know me in that way. They know the business me, not the Jesus me. So I've got to build this social media presence. I've got to build this community. I've got to build people credibility and trust that people would believe that they could come to a conference and learn applicable, practical things or whatever. So that takes time. And to put on a conference costs a lot of money. Okay. So then I'm like, okay, if this is where we are going, we've got to build stuff over here. Right. And so now I do what's called creative consulting, where someone can book an hour of my time and we are spend time praying, hearing God, and me giving them life and business strategies, praying, hearing God, and my experience as a business consultant. And that's one of the ways that we were able to fund You, Me, and Jesus, right? And then what we're also working on is we are working on courses. Like the first course is How to Hear God, right? Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because if Sister Carrie is saying, I want to create a fasting booklet for beginners, right? Sister Carrie has to also go, okay, like, where is she going? Where does she really want to take this? Because when you decide, now I am going to start coming on social media and I'm going to be talking about A, B, C, D, E, F, G, you've got to be talking about what it is you talk about and who it is that you talk to. Right? What does that mean? So for me, I'm here right now talking about monetizing your social media. But the only reason I'm able to talk to you, or you're even watching me for the next 5, 10, however many minutes you choose to listen or watch or whatever, the only reason why you're here is because at some point in time we got connected and you decided, oh, today, this moment, I'm going to watch her. You may watch me for 1 minute. You may watch me for 5, 10, 20, however many minutes, right? But only because I have been showing up talking to the exact person that wants to learn ABC, right? And I've been talking about this, and this, right? So you're the person that I want to talk to, and then I'm talking about this. So I decided that I'm going to teach people how to make money online, and I'm going to teach it to people that want to be or are entrepreneurs, right? So again, when I talked about that earlier, you have to get clarity, right? So before you can actually monetize a thing, you've got to identify what is it you're trying to do? Where is this thing going? Okay. Because when you start trying to make money, you're going to have to create products. You're going to have services, right? If you are somebody and you want to be able to work with brands, let me explain that. So companies have come along and they are reaching out to people that are creating content on social media. And they have said, hey, we want to partner with you. We want to pay you ABC dollars, right? To create videos talking about our product and service. Right. And so if you want to make money that way, you have to be intentional of being like, okay, here is my brand, and this brand needs to attract a certain group of people. I'll give you an example. So I have a friend of mine. Her name is Isis. Isis is a business coach. She teaches people how to make money and all the things, right? And she has retreats. And so she talked about in one of her Instagram stories about how people were like surprised that she loves to eat candy and all this stuff. And she goes, yes, I love now and laters, right? And so she started talking about it in her story that people were like surprised that she likes now and laters. And so she was having her retreat. And so she reached out to Now and Later and said, hey, I'm having a retreat. And I always give people at my events your candy. Would you can we partner in whatever way that partnership looks like? They said yes. They just sent her 1,000 pieces of Now and Later candy for her retreat, right? I have been teaching people how to use TikTok marketing to make money in their businesses. TikTok reached out to me a bunch of times and said, we want you to create these many videos and we'll give you these many zeros in order to create them. And I said, yes, please, right? But the only reason why TikTok decided to reach out to me over other people is they chose me for whatever their reason was, but because I decided I'm going to teach people how to make money online, and I'm going to teach one of the ways is through TikTok marketing. So then it became easy for TikTok to choose me as a person to create content because Here's who I say that I am. Here's who I talk to. And I created a brand that is attractive to them, right? For another example, let's just say that Sister Carrie wants to actually speak at Christian conferences, right? Well, Sister Carrie will get booked at the conferences if she is showing up, right? So if Sister Carrie is creating content, teaching, and people that are hosting conferences can see her speaking and hear her speaking, they are more likely to say yes because they get a glimpse of her, right? So recently I got booked to speak at a conference in Dallas this coming October. And the reason why that I got booked to speak is because the person that booked speakers was at an event here in San Diego when I spoke. And he messaged me and said, hey, I was in your session. It was a really good session. I want to book you to speak at our conference and da 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 da. But that only happened because I was already speaking. Does that make sense? When I got booked at the event that he saw me at, that only happened because I was already teaching online all the time, all the time, all the time, all the time, right? San Diego, speaking all the time, right? And so it's easier for people to say yes to me as a speaker because they can see me speaking, right? So if you want to be booked to speak, you need to be speaking. And listen, you don't have to wait to get on somebody's stage to be speaking. You can be speaking here, right? Like y'all can hear me now. I'm speaking, right? You get a glimpse of who I am and how I am live right here, right? It only gets worse with a crowd, right? And so what I'm saying to you is this. If your goal is, I want to monetize my social media, then you have to get very, very, very clear on what you want to do and where you're ultimately going, but also who you want to be paying you. So if your who is brands, then you got to create an attractive personal brand for brands, right? So I'll give you another example. So I have a page on TikTok that is fairly new. It's called You, Me, and Jesus. It was called something else, and I was like navigating my way through it. And it's going to be the You, Me, and Jesus brand on TikTok. And so I have been saying to myself, what do I want to do there? What do I want to do there? Like, what do I want to do there? Right. And so I haven't pitched any brands or whatever because I've still been trying to navigate what I want it to look like on TikTok. Right. Because if I start becoming this creator, who is doing skits and all that type of stuff, then I'm going to be branded that way. Right. But if I am going the You, Me, and Jesus route with the conferences, then I have to show up this way. Right. So meaning like I'm very funny. Like I don't think that I'm funny, but people think that I'm funny. Right. So I just say I'm funny. So I can easily do skits and have fun and that are Christian related on there. Right. But I'm also like, that will be fun and all that. But if I'm taking this to the conferences, then I've got to show up more as a teacher and less as a comedian. I can be comedic 100%. But I got to show more as a teacher and speaker and leader and less as a comedian. Does that make sense? Listen, is this all making sense to y'all? Y'all talk back to me. Y'all watching. And I know y'all are watching. And I'm great that you guys are watching. Right? So my whole point is, if I want brands to pay Kenya the comedian, then I'll show up like that on TikTok. If I want brands to pay Kenya the speaker, teacher, leader, then I got to show up that way. And that's the moment in time that I'm kind of in with that particular brand on TikTok, because that has not been my main focus. Okay. So once again, if your goal is to monetize on social media, you have got to get clear. Like, listen, there's some creators we have all seen that have exploded on social media. And we're just like, wow, 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 wow. Which is amazing. And that could happen to anybody, but it doesn't happen to everybody all the time, or the way that it was back in like 2020 when everybody was blowing up, right? So it happens a little bit slower these days. And so because of that, it is really, really, really important that you go, who do I want to be? How do I want to show up? so that you can be consistently creating content, showing up in a way that is attracting your people faster. I just watched somebody on Instagram gain like 100,000 followers in like 30 days, right? And, and it's great the way she did it. She was doing the tutorial, and a really great tutorial. And as a result, she went super viral. 100,000 people came and followed her. Boom. Amazing. You see what I'm saying? And so, but she has been consistent before she went viral. Before she went viral and gained 100,000 people, she was already teaching Instagram tips, already teaching marketing tips. And then it was just so happened one video hit like crazy, and then she gained 100,000 followers. You see what I mean? And so a huge moment for her. You know what I mean? But it doesn't happen overnight all the time. Okay. All right. What kind of questions you guys got? The wheels are turning. Okay. Yeah, it makes sense. We need to be who we want to show. Exactly. All right. What else, you guys? Any questions? Everybody said it makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense. Okay. Thank you so much for following. What questions do you guys have about monetizing on social media? Okay. Listen, this is why we're here. This is the whole topic today, is how to monetize your social media. And I'm inviting you guys to our challenge. How many of you guys have already signed up for our 3-day challenge? Oh, here we go. Question. Do you have any recommendations on where to start if you're multi-passionate? Yes. So here's the deal, Shawana. All of us are multi-talented and multi-passionate. All of us, right? Most of you guys only know the business side of me, right? Most people here only know the business side of me. Most of you guys have no idea that I used to have a hair show in Richmond, Virginia called Return of the Curls, teaching African-American women how to care for their curly hair. Most people have no idea about that side of me, right? A lot of you guys have no idea about that side of me that like loves bring it. When somebody comes to me and says, hey, I need prayer. Most people have no idea that I love just standing there with a person. They close their eyes. I close my eyes, and I just put my hands on them, and I just say, Holy Spirit, come. And then we watch the presence of God just like hit the both of us. And we are keeping both of us from falling on the ground. Most people don't know that side of me, because the brand that I'm building in this side of the brand is the Kenya Kelly brand that teaches business, right? Now, there's going to be people that only know the You, Me, and Jesus brand that don't know this part of me, right? And so what I'm saying in regards to that is that when you first get started, you have got to choose, okay? When you first get started, you have to choose. You cannot do all of them, right? Because people, like, how do I say this? Many of us know, let's just say, we got Taylor Swift and Beyonce. Who's here? Like, who loves Taylor Swift and who loves Beyonce? You got to choose one. Like, y'all tell me in the chat, who loves Taylor Swift? Who loves Beyonce? If I had to choose, I don't know who I would choose. I couldn't choose. I choose Blue Ivy. I want to see Blue Ivy do her little dance. She's 11 years old. She's killing the game. Okay, so y'all choose. Y'all tell me, who would you choose, Beyonce or Taylor Swift? Okay. Now, here's the deal. Let's just use Rihanna, for example. Okay. So you've got Rihanna, right? And most of us met Rihanna as a singer, right? A performer, singer, right? For years and years and years and years and years and years, right? Now, Rihanna has always had her desire for this, desire for that, wants to do this, wants to do that, all this stuff. But Rihanna kept doing what she was doing as a musical artist for years and years and years and years and years. Then she launched Fenty. And it made it so much easier for her to become a billionaire with Fenty, because she already had a presence. She already had trust, right? Like when Rihanna launches a line of perfume, there's already major trust with her scents, because people always say the number one person that smells the best is Rihanna. They're like, we don't know what she is wearing, but she always smells amazing, right? So her launching a fragrance, people are like, I'm there, right? So when it comes to you being multi-passionate, multi-talented, even though you have all the things on the inside that you want to do or that you're good at doing, you can't show up with them all at once. You've got to show up with one, and you've got to build that brand to the point to where it can sustain by itself, so to speak, and then you can add the other thing, right? Because otherwise it's too much, right? That's like, my brand is not big enough for me to go and launch a line of curly hair products. It's just not. It's big enough for me to talk about business and marketing and all that, but it's not big enough for me to launch a line of curly hair products. Would I want to do that at some point in time? Maybe, right? Because I'm allergic to coconut oil and most products have coconut oil in it, right? So I would want to launch a line at some point, right? But just not today, all right? So you have to choose, all right? Does that make sense? She said, I'm a single mom, makeup artist, permanent artist, salon owner, and coach. It's hard. Yes, it is. But you definitely got to choose. Let me see. I know each platform, yeah, they're definitely different. Let me see. Questions. Let me see. So should we start a new TikTok page, or the current page is all over the place? It depends. If you have, let's just say you have 20,000 followers and it's all over the place, and you want to talk about something that has nothing to do with what you've been talking about, then potentially. I had somebody who had 300,000 followers on their account because they were dancing, and now they want to talk about business, and they've been trying for a year to get the right people to follow them. Wouldn't happen. So they had to start a brand new account because people just were not feeling them, on that account, and TikTok was just not feeling them on that account. So they started over. Can we just do the many things on a different page? Well, no, because if your desire is to grow and build something and monetize it, then you don't want to be doing all these different things. It's going to make it harder to monetize. That's like when my TikTok account, for the longest time, I was having fun showing my cats, dancing, talking about business, all this stuff. And I watched my account grow and lose. I mean, just bad, just for like 2 years, grow and lose. And it was just really starting to mess with me. And so finally, I just said, I'm going to stop looking at my numbers, and I'm going to focus 100% on the people that I serve. And I'm just going to keep going. We lost all the wrong people, and then we gained the right people. And now we hit 500,000. I've been trying to hit 500,000 for a year and some change because we kept losing the wrong people because our old content kept popping back up. So you don't want that, because people want to see what they want to see. And if you're doing all those things all over the place, it's not going to work too well. My desire is automations marketing, and how to make money outside of salon. Well, if that is what you want to do, Shawana, then that is what you want to show up as. Okay. And it doesn't mean you don't have the other stuff, right? It doesn't mean that you can't ever do other stuff. But just right now, if that was what you want your focus to be, you've got to show up and keep showing up as that person. Can you talk about your TikTok and Reels challenge? Yes. So on Monday, August the 28th, 29th, and 30th, which is in a week, not this coming week, but in a week, we are hosting a 3-day TikTok and Reels challenge. And it is 100% designed to teach you how to create content to attract your audience. Okay. How to create content to attract your audience and sell what it is that you sell. Whether you sell physical products, whether you are an interior designer, whether you have, your business coach like me, whatever it is you do, the challenge is designed to teach you how to make money on TikTok and Instagram Reels, right? That is 100% what we're doing. And the challenge is only $27. It's 3 days. It's Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And I teach each night for an entire hour. So from 7 to 8 o'clock EST, I teach. Okay. And every single time we host this challenge, people go viral, people make a significant amount of money, and they learn the best ways to create content. Because a lot of times people are just creating something and posting it. They're not really thinking about the content that they're creating. And I am teaching you how to do this. Tamra, wait, do you think there's an audience for that on TikTok? Oh, 100%. Shawana, I mean, I'm here now. And I teach people, like, I think I did a video was it 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and I was talking all about automation, like DM automation, and I got so many inbox messages of people wanting to know how do you do a DM automation, and I responded to them and sent them to our automation specialist. So 100%. Let me see. I saw Tamara. Is this one similar to previous ones I've attended? Yes. So Tamara, it is definitely similar. The difference between this challenge and our other challenges that we're talking about Instagram Reels too. So all of our past challenges have been all about TikTok, but this one is all about TikTok and Instagram Reels. Doors close Monday, August 28th. Good question, Shannon. Will there be replays? So replays are only available for no, hold on. So the challenge is Monday at 7 o'clock EST, and then the replay is available until 12 noon the next day. Okay, so 7 o'clock EST is the challenge, and then the replays are available until 12 noon the next day. I'm a legend. Thanks. I try to be, I want to be a paid legend. You know what I'm saying? Somebody, I saw somebody out and they were like, oh my God, you're famous. And I was like, I don't want to be famous. I want to be rich. And they just laughed. I was like, I'm so serious. I'm like, but if fame means that I need to be famous to have to make a bunch of money, that's fine. But a lot of people knowing who I am is not the goal. I want as many zeros as possible, because 1, zeros for my own financial stability, 2, for my team's financial stability, and then 3, I can help other people, right? So if I have no money, Are you using a microphone? Yes, I am using the ATR 2100. I think my microphone's all set up. Let me see. Audio. Oh, you know what? My audio isn't even connected. Let me see. Let's turn it on. Y'all tell me if you can tell the difference. This is the sound through my iMac, and then this is the sound. There we go. This is the sound through my microphone. Okay. So Instagram, you won't notice because you're on my phone. But the first sound was just from my iMac, and the second sound is through my phone, my camera. Okay. Hey, Yoka. Hey, girl. Glad you're joining us. Woohoo. All right. You can tell. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. So normally it's connected, but for whatever reason, like it wasn't like connected, but it is what it is. Okay. The mic sounds like you're on your podcast. Yes. Mic is better. Okay, awesome. Big difference. Okay, good. The first sound was better. Sister Carrie's like, I don't like it. All right. Okay, we lost the echo. Okay, got it. Oh, that's because of this little thing here. This little because the mic comes with, it's just the mic, but then I got this extra because somebody that does podcasting was like, go get this thing. So I got that to go with it and makes it better, which is great. Especially because sometimes, like my cat Eddie, he's like 15. He'll come in here, he'll just be talking, and I'm like, Eddie, I'm filming, right? He don't know no difference, and so it kind of helps with like keeping Eddie out of the mic. So, all right, okay. Any other questions, you guys? What other questions you guys have about monetizing your social media? And then who's going to join the challenge? The challenge is going to be awesome. Like it always is. People always say to me, I cannot believe this is $27 because my job is to under promise and over deliver. I'm going to give you everything that I promised. But what always happens is this happens because that's who I am, right? And my job is to serve as best as I can. All right. Sister Carrie's going to join. Woohoo. Any questions, you guys? How about YouTube? Okay, what about YouTube? So I'm not teaching YouTube on the challenge because I'm not a YouTube expert by any means. We just hit 4,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I can't even tell you that I helped with that. I've been doing what I've been doing, but like, I am not a YouTube specialist. I'm in, just waiting for payday. Okay, yay, Shannon. I'm so glad to have you. I'm definitely gonna be joining. Let's go. I sent my link at my first affiliate sale. Yay! So good. So we have our challenge, and then we have affiliates. So people, you like if any of you all want to be an affiliate for the challenge, you can promote it, and we pay you 10% of all your sales, right? And so Tamara signed up as an affiliate. She sent the link, and then somebody bought it. So yay! It's amazing. Where do I find the challenge info? Okay, so the challenge info is here on the screen. KiaKelly.com/challenge. Okay, KenyaKelly.com/challenge. And you can join that way. Let me see. YouTube is my first platform, then TikTok. Oh, that's awesome. I wish I would have started on YouTube years ago, but I didn't. I was, trying to figure every life out or whatever. But we are consistent now. So we post a video on YouTube every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. They're not highly edited by any means because it's not my main source of revenue. But eventually we'll spend money and all that on edits and all that. But right now we're producing content, serving people, and we'll get better at that over time. Okay. I'm going to join. I'm working on clarifying my message. So you will share more on becoming clear, as you talked about that at the beginning. Yes. Corey Trail, about brand deals and the followers you need to have. So here's the deal about brands. You don't have to have a huge following to make money working with brands, because here's the deal. Some brands are looking for creators that have a lot of followers so that they will post the content on their page. Other brands are looking for someone who can create great content, edit content, and give them the videos, and then they will run them themselves, right? I have done a couple of collaborations with QuickBooks, and QuickBooks never wanted me to post the videos on my account. They just liked me and my content, and they had me shoot 2 different videos, gave us a lot of zeros, and I never had to post them because they used those videos and they ran them as ads, right? So you don't have to have a big following. Been following you for some time. You're awesome. Thanks, Warner. WarnerETaylor.com. Thank you so much. It's so kind. Yay. I'm so happy. Let me see. Hey, I always forget your name. Break the cycle, break the silence. I can never see your full name. Any other questions? I see you guys here on Instagram. You're not asking any questions, but I'm glad you guys are here. Any other questions? It is 4:45. And my church, there's Instagram. My church is having a prayer time tonight. And I'm like, I need to go. I got convicted like crazy this week by God. And I'm like, I need to go to church. So I am going to church tonight at 6:00. But I guarantee you in about 5 or 10 minutes, my cats are about to come into this room and start crawling the walls because they want to have dinner or whatever. She said, my hair looks amazing. Thanks, Sister Carrie. Listen, here, listen, let me tell you something. So when we think our hair looks terrible, other people think it looks amazing. So thank you for that. Cause I was like, I got to do something with my wig. So thank you. The photo mode is gone. Help. Oh no. I don't know why photo mode is gone. I don't know. One question I purchased, I didn't upgrade yet. How long do I have to upgrade? So you have until Monday, the 28th to upgrade. Okay. To VIP. And so y'all probably like, well, what is VIP? So VIP gives you, okay, so the challenge is every night from 7 to 8 EST. And then I teach and I give homework, right? And then the challenge, then there's a VIP that happens from 8:15 to 9:15. And that's basically where it is personalized Q&A. So we have a whole hour of Q&A, right? And then the VIP get the recordings of the Q&A and they get the recordings of the challenge. And people are able to watch them forever. Pray for us too. I'll pray for you too. It's funny. Hey, Kelsey. I still have photo. I grew up going to Bayview. Oh, nice. Bayview. I've never been to Bayview. I go to Jesus Culture. Okay, you guys, I don't see any more questions. All right. So for those of you all, you're going to join us in the challenge. Make sure you guys sign up. This is the link here. If you're watching this on Facebook or on Instagram and you want to join the challenge, just comment the word challenge. If you're Facebook or you're on Instagram, just type the word challenge and we will send you a link in your DM to the challenge. Okay. We use a service that is called ManyChat, and ManyChat only works on Facebook or Instagram. So we have it programmed for the word challenge. Okay. Everybody else, the link is on the screen, KenyaKelly.com/challenge. All right. All right. I got to go feed my cats. I got to go have dinner and then go to church. Okay. Go to church and get some Jesus. Okay. All right. So I love you guys. I'm so glad you guys are here with me, joining us in the challenge. And listen, if you have been watching all of these live streams I've been doing, please start doing the work. Listen, I love y'all that you're watching. I am so grateful that you are watching. But the best thing you can do for me is to implement what I'm telling you so you can have the success. Let me tell you something. We have served thousands of people in our challenges, thousands. And one of our people we talk about all the time was in the challenge, and she was like, I don't want to do the homework. I don't want to do it. She was in line at Target getting ready to leave Target, and she could hear me in her head, and she said, I will shoot the video. She gets out of the line at Target, shoots a video real quick in Target, edits it, sits her phone down. She leaves it alone, picks the phone back up, and she has gone viral, and she made $20,000 in 7 days from that one video that she didn't want to do. As a result, she started doing that on a consistent basis, and she made $1 million last year in her business. Why? Because I told her what to do in the challenge. She did it, and then kaboom. Right? So you guys are going to join us in the challenge. You'll learn all that stuff. But specifically today, you guys are learning all this stuff, and I want you to implement. It's not enough to watch me and then this person and this person and this person. It's more important for you to actually go and do the work. What was her business? Mystery shopping. She teaches people how to be mystery shoppers. If she could make $1 million with a mystery shopping business, you can too. Okay. Can you tell me again what you taught on that people were super interested? Well, I taught people how to create the content. That was it. I taught her how to create content for her business. That was it. Is she still on TikTok? Yes, she's still on TikTok, on Instagram. Well, she spent most of her time on TikTok and Facebook. Okay. All right, you guys, I gotta go. I gotta go get the cats. Gotta have food. I gotta have food. Your girl gotta go to church. Okay. I love you guys. I want all you guys to join the challenge. This challenge is $27. It is cheaper to learn how to make money online than it is to go out to eat. Some of y'all run out to eat. You know, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. All right. I love you guys. I will see y'all next time. Okay. All right. Bye.